This is not over. If we have to take this outside with him, it's all outside.
Conor McGregor was ruled ineligible to compete after suffering a horrific ankle injury in the last seconds of the first round against Dustin Poirier at UFC 264. Only in the short future will it be evident where the two fighters will go from here. Poirier advances to the scheduled championship battle with Charles Oliveira, while McGregor undergoes surgery. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the aftermath of McGregor's insane injury and what the future looks like for this UFC star. Make sure to leave us a comment telling us what you think will happen to McGregor in the future, and if he will be coming back to UFC anytime soon. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. The expectation leading into the UFC 264 main event was that the animosity between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier would come to an end. Instead, McGregor suffered a devastating leg injury at the end of the first round inside the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, leaving fans disappointed. Before the brutal climax, Poirier had already won the fight by getting it to the ground and overwhelming McGregor with punching on the mat. Despite this, McGregor's strong start and the devastating injury will give him and his supporters plenty of reasons to try to forget about the TKO loss and pursue a fourth fight with Poirier in the future. After the bout, McGregor took verbal jabs at Poirier and his family, earning the ire of many, including former and current UFC athletes. In his first message since losing to Dustin Poirier at UFC 264 last night, Conor McGregor channeled Tony Montana from Scarface when the Irishman suffered a strange and terrifying leg break while moving back into the cage. Doctors were forced to stop the action between rounds, and he lost his trilogy bout. Following the decision, the Irishman didn't appear interested in calming down, firing a verbal volley at Poirier after asking that Bruce Buffer declare the bout a doctor's stoppage. He took to social media this morning invoking Al Pacino's wicked Scarface character and telling his 41 million Instagram followers that you need people like me, beside a shot of him being stretchered out of the T-Mobile Arena. In the immediate aftermath of the fight, McGregor made some horrible remarks about Poirier and his wife Jolie, giving her a vulgar name in his post-fight interview with Joe Rogan. Poirier vowed to fight McGregor a fourth time, even agreeing to a street battle on the Las Vegas Strip if the Irishman offered it. Fans were particularly outraged when he repeated his allegation that Poirier's wife, Jolie, had slid into his DMs, adding, "Your wife's in my DMs. We're going to fight again, whether it's in the octagon or on the sidewalk," Poirier told reporters at the post-fight press conference. What does the future look like for Conor McGregor? Conor McGregor shattered his leg in his fight against Dustin Poirier on Sunday, but the bigger worry for the Irishman is that his UFC career is on the verge of collapse. McGregor stepped back late in the first round of the trilogy showdown at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and his leg snapped and crumbled beneath him. Despite making it to the finish of the round, McGregor's leg was badly wounded, and the bout was called off. Fans and analysts have been debating whether the guy known as the Notorious can rebound from his setback and restore his UFC career. Commentators believe that throughout the bout, McGregor made a fatal strategic misstep that cost him any chance of winning. McGregor's loss to Poirier was the first time in his career that he had lost consecutive fights. The conversation rapidly shifted to whether he would be able to recover from his fractured leg and the resulting reputational damage. ESPN commentator Max Kellerman stated, "I saw two guys in there tonight. They're both 32 years old, but one looked like a fighter in his prime who's at the top of the sport or near it, and the other looked like a guy who's not that right now and may never return to that. The fact of the matter is Conor went from beating good fighter after good fighter on his way up to now. Since he fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million, he has one win against Cowboy Cerrone, and he hasn't had another win since then. I don't think that's a coincidence." Rogan, on the other hand, disagrees, claiming that McGregor's career isn't over, and that he will return to the octagon at some point. "The idea that he's washed up based on that performance, to me, seems ludicrous," Rogan said. "Is he done at the highest level? Until he proves himself to be better than what we saw tonight, yes." Poirier believes his ankle was broken as a result of him checking one of McGregor's regular early fight leg kicks, according to UFC commentator Joe Rogan. "He fractured it on one of the checks at the beginning of the fight," Poirier, 32, said. The Louisiana native also took the opportunity to criticize McGregor's pre-fight trash talk, which Poirier said went too far. "Murder is something you don't clown around with. You don't talk to people like that," he added, before wishing McGregor safe travels. Additionally, in an interview after the defeat to Poirier, Saturday, McGregor sat down with Joe Rogan and had a lot to say about his upcoming career. "This is not over," said McGregor in a post-fight interview with Joe Rogan. "If I have to take this outside with him, it's on the outside. I don't give a bollocks." McGregor underwent a successful 3-hour surgery to fix tibia and fibula fractures, according to Audi Attar, McGregor's longtime manager. Dana White believes that Poirier will fight for the UFC lightweight title against current champion Charles Oliveira next. But that fourth bout between McGregor and Poirier would take place in the future, once McGregor has recovered from his surgery. McGregor is expected to remain sidelined for some time as he recovers from what appeared to be a serious injury. While a date for his return has yet to be set, McGregor's future battles might include a fourth fight with Poirier, a trilogy rematch with fellow star and rival Nate Diaz, or a bout with another of the lightweight division's top contenders. Following his second loss to Poirier, which was his third defeat in his previous 4 fights, some questioned McGregor's motivation to return to the octagon at all. History of Poirier and McGregor. As you have already probably gathered, this isn't the first time the pair is meeting in the ring. The first fight took place in 2014, and after the normal McGregor trash talk and shenanigans, they stepped into the ring at featherweight. The battle on Saturday was at lightweight, but it won't take long to see this, as McGregor hurts Poirier with a left and then follows up with more hammer fists to get the stoppage from referee Herb Dean in under 2 minutes. The second one was as dramatic, albeit a little less thrilling. Poirier evened the score with a second-round TKO at Fight Island in Abu Dhabi in January. In this bout, McGregor was significantly less obnoxious, and they actually exchanged gloves before the fight. However, McGregor was weakened by Poirier's calf kicks, which eventually wore him down. Halfway through the second round, a nasty short at the conclusion was enough to finish it. As you can tell, Poirier appears to come off as the better fighter, now winning the third match between the iconic pairing. Even though he clearly showed his greatness in beating this UFC legend in a trilogy fight, many still regard McGregor as a better fighter over Poirier. McGregor has a huge legacy and brand attached to his name. We have all heard his name before, even if you don't watch UFC at all. However, Poirier is a different story. Yes, he is a great fighter, and he has clearly proven this time and time again. However, he still does not receive that celebrity status that McGregor has. And there you have it. Everything you need to know about what the future looks like right now for UFC legend Conor McGregor. It is no doubt this is a very serious injury that will most likely hinder the UFC star for quite some time, especially before it heals completely. We imagine it must be tough to have consecutive losses while also breaking your leg in the process. McGregor believes Poirier's win was unjust, as he was significantly injured and obviously could not keep fighting. However, Poirier has already gotten McGregor to the ground, and it was painfully clear who was the winner in this trilogy match. McGregor is certain that he will be returning to the UFC world, and already has challenged Poirier to a fourth match. It is uncertain what remains career-wise for McGregor, as it all depends on how his injury heals. Let us know your thoughts down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.